Awaken the God within. God is within you. You cannot dispute that. That is not up for debate. God is the air, the spirit, the oxygen, the consciousness, the ether, the universe, the cosmos. God is the energy. OD, OD, on your own energy. Awaken the God within you, just like I awaken the God within me. Book link is in the description. Book is available on Amazon. Click the link and get you one. You know what? I just thought about it. Maybe the link is not in the description this time. Moving too fast. Moving too slow. What up, though? What up, though, Jerome? What up, though, Tony in the building? What up, though, Dougie? Grand Rise and Shine. Rise of the Lone Stars, one deep, free will. You know how it go. Every day in a row, row your boat gently down the stream of consciousness. You know what it is. You know what I mean. Facts. God has risen every day in a row inside of you as your very own soul. Gotta let your soul glow. You feel me? Oh, yeah, go ahead. It's amazing. It's been a while. She look like she out of there.
Yeah, there's something to her.
All right, we'll go work with your team. Let them know what's going on. Facts. We on, man. Rise of the Lone Stars, man. It's Christ+Mass time again, man. We married Christ to the masses, so now the masses, they ain't as adverse to the Father as they once was with the baby mamas. You feel me? That carnal-minded, you feel me, that you get your body from your mama, your earth. You feel me? Mother Earth. So, you know, that carnal mind, that flesh, sometimes, boy, it run you down through there. You hear me? What up, though, chat, man? We in the building. It's love. What up, though, Dre? Boyce in the building. What up, though, 6? 7, not 6. Y'all know what it is, man. Shout out to the 7. You feel me? 6, 7. You feel me? Like, y'all know it's 7. 7 is the Sabbath. 7 is the rest. We need that rest, man. Restoration. What you mean? Of course we the 7. It's time to... We ain't got to keep fighting no more, man. We already won. You feel me? They think we fighting to win. We just getting that cardio. We just working out. You feel me? They taking it serious. Why? It's so serious. What up, though? KO mean crossed over. I am KO God. I am crossed over God. You know that. Peace, God. Be God, so everybody can see God. That's the ABCs of the Christ consciousness. Same consciousness in you is inside of me. Big GhOD. Man, what up, man? I say, how you been? Crossed over? You feel me? I've been crossed over. You feel me? I've been on the other side. You feel me? Like, y'all know what it is, man. I stopped being human a long time ago. Yeah. Being human is too hard on my soul. You feel me? Being mortal is hard for an immortal. You feel me? Being mortal is hard on an immortal heart. You dig me? Like, but I inhale, I exhale, I Holy Ghost. You know what I'm saying? So it's been love. It's been an amazing experience, beautiful experience. You know what I'm saying? I just been spawning on earth as God's response able. You feel me? I am able. They think I'm Cain like I can't, but I can. They know it is what it is. Somebody says, you are admitting to being a demon. Yes, God is the biggest demon of them all. All demons come from God. God is the demon spawn. That's facts. God's the biggest demon, man. And we rock with big GhOD. So, you know, I ain't worried about nothing. You feel me? Like, your demon's smaller than mine. Facts. You feel me? I got God on my side. Yeah, your demon's smaller than mine. Just facts, man. Big demons on me. Big GhOD. Only one that can save me from me. Facts, man. Straight facts. Y'all know what it is. This is good. This is God. God got it, man. Somebody said you have really good genetics. I have God genetics. That's facts. I'm a direct descendant of the Most High. Y'all know what it is. You can't fall from the bottom, y'all. You can only fall from the top. Somebody says, do you wonder what's out in space? Consciousness is out of space. All right? We know that because we are conscious. We experience time and space. Somebody said, God genetics. That's correct, man. Direct descendant of the Most High. God's DNA. It's flesh of my flesh, blood of my blood. You feel me? It's God's flesh. It's God's blood. This is God's body. You feel me? Glory be to God, man. Hey, man. Hey, God is the spirit, the breath that we all breathe, even when we all sleep. You feel me? Shout out to GhOD. Gotta be God's energy. OD on that energy. You feel me? Somebody said, I just heard this man just say, I'll go to hell, even over morals. Man, we inhale and exhale. We Holy Ghost, man. We warriors of God, man. God need us to go down. We on the west side. You feel me? The fallen stars. God need us to go up. We on the east side. The risen stars. You feel me? We was the fallen sons and the risen ones. We fall down, but we get up. Fuck you talking about? You know what it is. It's real outside, bro. We really him. We the seeds that God planted that become trees. You understand what I'm saying? Just gotta rock out. Somebody say, are you on Instagram? Yeah, I'm on Instagram. I'm everywhere I can be found. You feel me? Like, look for me and you'll find me. Seek and you shall find. That's facts, man. God don't hide. Ain't hide from y'all. Y'all know what it is. Somebody says, I am respectful. What is your problem? Family, nobody has a problem. If you think that there's a problem with what somebody got going on, you should just change the channel, my boy. That's facts. Like, go be where you want to be. Facts. King Solo Man, King Solomon, King Solo Dolo, King Lone Star, 1 star. Y'all know what it is on me. Gotta be, all right? It's that Lone Star state, man. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. Lone Star, Solo Dolo. I don't care about nobody else. I'm me. I rock how I rock. If you rock with me, then rock with me. It's rocket science. You feel me? If you rock with me, then rock with me. I'm the cornerstone. The one that the builder refused. You feel me? Awaken the God within you. Y'all know what it is, man. God is good. It's outside. We outside. Like the sun I rise. I am the sun in disguise. The sun disguised as a human being. Whole time I'm a conscious being. You feel me? I'm being conscious. Y'all know how it go. Rocking with KO. KO is crossed over here. KO God Co is with. It's all with. Oh, it's all good, baby. I'm taking my time. I'm working right now, so she do whatever she want to do. I'm finna do what I do. You dig me? High five. Everybody alive with the power of God. That's facts. God be with you all. What do you mean? You dig me? Somebody says, what sports specifically do you do? If you want to talk sports specific, man, I do boxing. You feel me? You know how people say you can't play boxing? I play boxing. You feel me? You seen them influencers get beat up over the weekend in events that they staged and headlined? I'm not one of those influencer boxers. You hear me? I really punch for real. I am the himmiest him in all of himothy. Okay? I am him. The true him. The one him. The him who is. Okay? I am he who is. That's facts. Man, that's love. I appreciate that love, Rico. Yeah, we outside, man. Somebody said boxing or also some kickboxing. Nah, not yet, but you know, I am gonna get round to the kickboxing because, you know, like I say, balance, man. As above, so below. I gotta throw hands and I gotta be able to throw some feet too. I'm gonna get there. But right now, I'm KOG, King of Gloves. You feel me? Somebody says, you box professionally? No, I don't box nothing with humans outside of doing what I want to do with those who love what I do. You feel me? I do what I love. Profession, that's something you do for money. I don't do this for money. I do this because this is my therapy. I do this because this is my lifestyle. I do this because this will keep me in check. This will keep my monster on the right side of the line. You feel me? Yeah, I do this because I'm a monster in real life, and my monster has to be domesticated. All right? I do this to domesticate my nine-tails chakra, you feel me? My Yoki aura. I'll get to the money later. Somebody said, what is married Christ+Mass? It's when you marry Christ to the mass consciousness. That's when you marry Christ to the general population, right? That's when you marry Christ to the trend, right? Merry Christmas, all right? That's what Merry Christmas means, all right? Merry Christmas is something you do. Married Christ is something you did. You feel me? Y'all still need to do something. I already did that. You feel me? Y'all saying Merry Christmas, I did that. Y'all still think that's just something cool to say and something to go, used to go buy presents and gifts and be a consumer. Y'all just customers. Nigga said, marry Christ, and I did that. Y'all still trying to do that. Nigga, that's over with. I am Christ. I married Christ to my masters. That's all I know how to do. I married Christ to my mainstream. It's every day is Christ+Mass for me. It's Christmas every day of my life. What? Why would I ever go back? That's what I don't even understand, how people even looking at the situation. Once you find God, why would you lose him? That's goofy. Man, that's love, UK. UK Andrew L. said, we are all one conscious experience in the universe given to us by the Son, the life giver. But man, I wish I had as many slogans as you do on top of each sentence spoken. Man, that's love. I mean, you do have them all. Everything that is God's is his children. We are all the children of God. Everything that is God's is ours in abundance. Everything grows every year by season. Every season, there's a reproduction. So, yeah, so, you know, just keep on learning to accept abundance. Everything that is your Father's is yours. So all these sayings are God's sayings. All these words are God's words. Just use the word of God. That's what you're supposed to be doing anyway. You're supposed to be using God's word. So don't feel bad about it. Like, you're not plagiarizing or copying or jocking nobody but God. These are God's words, and they were designed for you to be used. That's facts, y'all. Put some love on the live, though, man. Y'all boost the algorithm, man. Push us out there, man. We outside, man. The Son of God. Christ I am. I married Christ to my consciousness. Christ consciousness, man. Merry Christ to the masses, man. Merry Christmas to all y'all, and to all the good night. Ho, ho, hoes. Feel me? Shout out to all the ho, ho, hoes. Tell them they need to marry Christ in their life. Facts. That's why they some ho, ho, hoes. You feel me? They ho, ho, hoing because they ain't marry Christ. Y'all need to marry Christ, man. Merry Christmas, man. Merry Christ, y'all. Goddamn. They think it's something cool to say. They don't think it's something they supposed to do. Marrying Christ is what you're supposed to do as his bridegroom. Don't y'all know that Christ has a bridegroom? Christ has it's you, nigga. They think Merry Christmas is a holiday or something. Nigga, every day is a holy day. Y'all don't keep the Sabbath holy? So y'all not out here. See, we going from 6 to 7. 6, 7. We finna be on the 7th chakra, the 7th detox, the 7th day, the 7th year. Nigga, the day of rest. You're supposed to chill, relax, give it to God. Okay? Marry Christ and keep that Sabbath holy. Rest. Keep your rest. I gotta know that. Somebody says, fact check, Christmas is a national holiday. Yeah, we are the nation of God. It is a nation's holiday, and we are the nation of God every day. We not a nation one day out the year, my guy. Yeah, it is a holiday, a holy day for God's nation. That's why we were sent to raise the nations, my boy, to raise the sons. The children of God need their father. They have to be risen. Somebody got to raise you, stupid, goofy consciousnesses. All right? Since you're not going to raise your own consciousness, you got to have somebody to come and be the lead example to turn your lead into gold. Turn your lead into gold on some alchemical biochemistry dark work. Boy, I work in the chemet, in the comet, in the dark. In the darkness of the mind. I'm the black sun, the black hole, a stargate, a portal. Man, I collapse realities into diamond, pressure, crystal, Houstones. So that's why you don't know what I'm saying. Because you're not a Houston. You're not a Houstonian. You're not that Lone Star that go on the top of that Christ+Mass tree. See, when you marry Christ, you become the light. You become that Lone Star, King Solo Dolo, King Solo Man. You don't ask for permission. You don't ask for validation. You don't ask for nobody to stand in ovation. Nobody gonna clap for you or pat you on your back. Ain't no cookies for this. Ain't no rewards for this. It just is what it is. It's free will and the way you use it. Ain't nobody to run around trying to convince. Ain't nobody to provide proof or prove it. Can you prove it? Boy, if you don't love the way you use your free will, no one will. That's facts. So get out of my face with your own temporary elementary confusion. You just are experiencing the carnal mind and the thought patterns of the carnal mind. We beyond that. We already rose. We transcended, my boy. You are transparent, okay? Somebody said, Christmas is made by man. Man ain't even made by man. Are you dumb? This nigga talking about Christmas is made by man. Man ain't even made by man. What are you talking about? Man don't make nothing. Man doesn't make things. Man interacts with things. And it's just that interaction that is your own personal discernment. If you can't discern your concerns, you're going to be confused with your consequences. It just is what it is. Glory be to God. Somebody said, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, Jesus Christ, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. John 3:16. That is correct. I am Jesus Christ, the Son of God, the only begotten one. And so too are you if you believe that is true. So rock out with the way you use your free will, because only you can use your free will for you. You got to save yourself from your own worst enemy, which is you. You are your own worst enemy. So you're going to have to be your own best savior too. All right, save yourself from you and the stupid things that you love to do. Stop doing that stupid shit. Can't nobody stop doing that for you. Y'all want to blame some external version of yourself. That's over with. All right, only you can stop it. Stop it today. Somebody says, being a Christian and being a white Christian nationalist are two completely different things. Nobody actually cares. See, some of us are actually in healthy long-term relationships with the opposite sex. So much so that we wouldn't care how you formulate your opinions, your suggestions, or your sentences, all right? So do your best, live your best life, exercise your free will in accordance with God's laws. And if you want to be a lawbreaker, there's a place for people like you. That's facts. That is all, sir. Other than that, all that weirdo literary confusion that you have and your ability to communicate concepts, that's on your maturity level. All right. We have already matured beyond the five physical sense limited conceptualization process. All right. We're able to acknowledge the non-physical reality that we are all tied to by God's universal laws. So if you're not able to engage with the dark forces or the unseen forces, the unseen laws, this class is not for you. You're in over your head. You should leave. And that's over with. What up, though? Big GhOD. You already know what it is if you're talking to me. Facts. It's the ABCs of Christ consciousness. It's A, be God so they can see God. That's it. Alpha and Omega. Quick. Nothing that they really should be confused by, but they confused because they live in a general state of confusion. They're not confused because of what you say or what you present. They're confused because they are confused. Then you think that you need to take that upon yourself because you're hard on yourself and you want to be, you know what I'm saying, the source of salvation, but you can only salvage your own understanding and perception of reality. You can't save nobody else from theyself. You can't save nobody from God. God got the biggest plan. Facts. This is a mystery school because it's my story's school. It's the school of my story. Mystery just breaks down into my story or my star, that lone star, that one deep. You got to remember S-T-E-R. It's also S-T-A-R. All right, so stir is star. Mr. and my star. Mystery and my story is still the one story. It's his story. All right, I am prehistoric. I exist before history, and this is mystery. This is my story. If you don't like my story, if you don't like my testament, get out. All right, it is what it is. My testament is what it is. I don't change my testimony based on who listening. That's ridiculousness. All right, I am prehistoric. History is my story because I am prehistoric. But I know y'all don't understand what I'm saying because a lot of y'all still carnal-minded human identity structures. I exist outside of the human identity structure. That's correct. Somebody says, Jesus Christ the righteous is the only God I worship. He is the way, the truth, and the life. Yeah, you worship Christ within yourself by living the Christ life. If you really worship Christ, you would be the Christ. That's just the highest form. I'm not gonna lie. Being one who talks about doing it is not as powerful as being one who does it. So just go do it. Ain't nobody to talk to about it. You trying to convince random others to listen to your perspective. It's not proof, my guy. Just be the living proof by living your life as the Christ. Just be Christ. Somebody says, we're not God, bro. If you're not God, then you're lame. God is the only thing that ain't lame. If you're not God, you the lamest nigga in the situation, bro. Speak for yourself, bro. Go be lame with the lames, my boy. I put a F on lame. F lames, boy. Facts. I'm that flame. See, that's what happened when you learn how to spell. All right, F lames, boy. I'm that flame. It's different for me. You go do what you do with your little group. Y'all ain't gods. I am. That's over with.
You had rhyme.
I rhyme. That's God. All my words rhyme because they all match. It's a frequency. It's a vibe. It's a pattern. And I fit that pattern. They don't fit the mold. I break the mold. They don't understand. Because they running. They don't understand because they're cowards. It takes love to understand. Love allows you to accept what it is. If you hate something, you don't accept it. If you love, you allow yourself to fall into the right place. Alignment. Everything has a place. And if you have enough love in your heart, you will recognize the place, the proper place for all things. And instead of being upset, being adverse, instead of being at war with what God has made, you will allow these things to fall into their proper place. That's called alignment. It's called trust, faith in God. They not having faith in God because they can't see God with their physical eyes. They're used to being able to see things when they open their eyes. And the thing that you can't see when you open your eyes is yourself. And because they can't see themselves when they open their eyes, they lost themselves. And because they lost themselves, baby, they spend their whole life looking for the one thing they'll never find until they look inside. And these people, they become so ashamed and guilty for the way they live and the decisions they make that they never want to look inside. So every time they come across a mirror, they try to break the mirror because they don't want to see themselves. And people are your mirrors. People reflect the way you think inside. And so you end up hurting everybody you come across because you don't want to be self-accountable and deal with who you are. That's correct. Somebody said, you just called them cowards and then talked about love. Family, being honest does not diminish the truth. I mean, being honest does not diminish love. Truth does not diminish love, family. The truth is what sets you free. You are a coward because you are a co-ward. You are a co-ward of the state or the externalized version of self. The parasitic world, the world of the parasites. Instead of the one eye, the true eye, God's eye. The all-seeing eye of God within us all. The only eye that we all are. Glory be to God. It is what it is. Big GhOD. Somebody says, don't tell the child too much at once. Were you some type of slave master or something? You afraid to set children free? All these children are responsible for the way they use their free will starting today. Children don't get to wait until later to deal with consequences. These children deal with childhood traumas in their childhood. So now is the best time to set anybody and everybody free from the way they use their free will, because it just becomes momentum in their life and it becomes a generational curse that they have to get right. So I might well correct it by nipping it in the bud and planting the proper seed in my children, allowing them to know how powerful their free will is immediately in the right now. A lot of y'all lose your present, which is Christ+Mass. The Christmas is the presence of God. God's presence is now in the present, but y'all trying to live in y'all future. A lot of y'all stuck in the past. But if you live in your future, if you live in your present, the present of God, Merry Christmas. If you live in God's presence, you can control your future. But if you live in the future, you lose your presence. And you can't even control your future. So you living in bondage. Your future quickly becomes your past. Y'all not mastering time, the kairos. Y'all still stuck in the chronos. Y'all gotta learn to live in the present. Facts. I want to say, I used to be stuck in the past on God. Nah, for real though, because you feel bad about the way you used free will earlier in your nascence, in your new being state. You are a new being, newly reincarnated soul in the vessel, learning how to express yourself. And if you hold yourself to your past, and you'll never be good enough. You can't grow by trying to compare yourself to who you used to be and who you thought you was and who other people thought you was, who other people think you are now. You trying to satiate other people's expectations and, you know, perceptions and perspectives, you sacrificing your relationship with God. God said, don't put nobody before me, family. Don't put nobody before me. Don't put your mama, your daddy, your brother, your sister, your wife, your husband. Don't put your population, your community. Don't put the media. Don't put the music. Don't put your celebrities. Don't put nobody before God in your life, which is your highest self, your truest self. So, and then everybody put everybody before God. First thing they do is worry about bills, going to work, boss, sex partners. You feel me? Like, they putting everybody before God. Everybody and everything until they get tired, give up. Then all of a sudden, they figure out who God is at rock bottom. That's why Christ is the rock. That's why faith is the rock. That's the rock bottom. That's the last thing y'all try. You try everything else. You try crime before you try Christ. You'll try crime before you try God. In fact, y'all try abuse. You try to abuse your way. You try to, like, all of these carnal-minded, temporary, it don't work long term. And if it don't work long term, you shouldn't even be trying to work it, because you got to live the rest of your whole life. And if you can't live the rest of your life like that, you might as well not even start like that, because the way you start is the way you're going to end. And that's why you need salvation. That's why you need Christ. Merry Christmas, the presence of God. You need God's presence in your life. That's why you need the Christ, but you need to marry Christ. That's why it's Merry Christmas. Marry is a verb. It's a thing to do. All right. Marry is something you do. Marry to Christ for the rest of your life. That's the only way for you to live your life right. Other than that, you finna be a lump of coal. But you know what? You know how lumps of coal become diamonds? Pressure. Pressure. You know what a black hole is? You know what the black sun is? Pressure. Yeah, vacuum in the middle of space, in the void. It's the light you find in the middle of the darkest time of your life, right? Christ is the light that you find in the darkest time of your life, when you are feeling lost, when you are in despair, when you're depressed to the max, when you give up, when you don't want life, when you don't know what to say, what to do, when you don't care about nothing and nobody, when you don't know where to go, you don't want to go nowhere, don't want to be alive no more. The darkest, coldest winter solstice of your life, that's when you find the light, the Christ. And that's Christ+Mass. That's Christmas. Your ability to overcome the darkness. Facts. It's like the light is surrounded by darkness, but the darkness never overcomes the light. The light always shine bright, no matter how much darkness surrounds the light. And that's the light in your life, the Lone Star. The star that go on top of the Christ+Mass tree, Eureka. Because now you can start to think for yourself instead of thinking in the terms of your fear. Facts. Lone Star. Instead of thinking based off of the fear of your carnal-minded experience, you can think based off of the faith of Christ as the rock in your life. That's why I'm a Hugh stone, a capstone. A Hugh stone is the stone that turns the white light into the color spectrum so that we can experience the chakras in the form of a human experience. The Hugh man is the Houston, Texas, the Lone Star State. You gotta understand that NASA, the space city and the space station, and the rock is the Christ, the rock is the faith, the rocket science is the science or the observation of the rock, the capstone, the all-seeing eye on top of the pyramid that the human body is. So once you understand that the human body is the pyramid and the top of the pyramid is spirit, and that's why you can't see it physically, it's a non-physical top. And that top is ever present. It's an all-seeing eye, and it's only one eye, and that eye is God's eye. And when you let your body be single, your eye becomes full of light. The presence of God, God's presence is Christ+Mass. Merry Christ to the masses. Merry Christmas. Y'all know what it is. It's the presence of God, God's presence. It's a life-giving presence. It's God's presence. It's the spirit. The spirit is what's coming down your chimney. That's the Santa. That's the Santa Claus. Your ability to bring fresh breath into the body and cleanse on a cellular level is called cellular respiration. It's called cellular respiration. Santa Claus is the spirit of God bringing you God's presence to the children of God. The human body and the subconscious mind is God's children. Your human body is the child that needs its father's presence. So Christ is coming as the presence that Santa, the spirit, is bringing. That's why they call Santa Claus a white man, because it's clear, it's translucent, it's the air, it's the ether, it's the oxygen, it's the breath, the prana. So somebody said God is fake. Ha 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 ha. God is a word. That word has a meaning. And we mean the meaning. See, if you don't know how to engage in a meaningful conversation, you'll never know what anybody means. When we use the word God, we're using the word God to communicate a meaning. We don't even need the word if you know what we mean. We can use any word as long as you know how to engage in a meaningful conversation. So you over here exemplifying your ignorance and then laughing at your own inability to understand our articulation is just flabbergasting. It's amazing, family. Everybody that understand. If you know, you know. If you get it, you get it. If you don't get it, you need to check your discernment, because you missing out on a lot more. Because this just the tip of the iceberg. This is elementary. This is just common sense when you allow your sense to be common. But that's KO, crossover. Facts. But a lot of y'all don't want to cross over. Y'all afraid of the crucifixion. Y'all afraid to be Christ because y'all afraid to get crucified. Been getting crucified your whole life regardless. You the Christ regardless. You crucifying yourself. You might as well go on and give it up. Give it to big GhOD. I love you. That's love, big love. Y'all know what it is. But yeah, somebody says, what are your thoughts on Abrahamic religions? Abrahamic religions is just a code word that is trying to communicate the same truth that all honest people are trying to communicate every time they use words. All honest people are using the available words to communicate the same truth that exists eternally throughout all times and space. It's ancient. These are ancient truths, ancient revelations. It won't change. It's just some of y'all are not fluent in the language. A lot of y'all are illiterate, literally don't understand literary works of art. This is language arts. It's just communication skills. But communication is an actual skill. And it doesn't just refer to the person speaking. It also refers to the person listening, because communicating is also active listening. All right. But a lot of y'all think that listening is passive, like you can just understand if you hear it. You don't understand what you hear just because your ears pick up on sound frequencies, bro. So you definitely got to put some respect on the skill level that others have achieved in their life from actually, going through the trials and tribulations, jumping off the porch and actually surviving the hard times. A lot of y'all don't have this level of understanding because you ain't been through nothing. You ain't been through no hard times. Y'all just soft, weak, and weird. Y'all probably little kids, newly reincarnated little kids that ain't had the time in this lifetime to go through some hard times. That's why you don't have no relatability. You don't relate to any of these things because you don't know pain. Okay? We know pain. We know so much pain that we get it. We get it. We understand. You don't get it because you need belt to ass. You need your ass beat. You need your ass whooped. That's all right. When you get enough of the consequences that show you the error of your ways, that's when you're going to hit the breaking point in your life, and then you also go give it up to the Christ. So everybody find God when it get too hard. In fact, everybody find God when it get too hard, man. Awaken the God within. Y'all know what it is when you see this belt. It's a whole lot of belt to ass. God sent me. You ain't even got to ask. Lone Star State, a Houston, big Houstonian. Y'all know what it is on me. I'm that light that shine bright so y'all all can see God inside of you, just like God inside of me. That's Luke 17:21. Yup. Illiterates gotta read. Y'all gonna have to go read to go see for yourself. Reading Rainbow. Don't take my word for it. Facts, man. Y'all know what it is. It's love. The book is on Amazon. Awaken the God Within. Book is on Amazon. Because I am a son of God. A free son. A free my son. Free all my sons. It's that pyramid. Somebody said, just another motivational speaker that's tickling the ears of the deaf, dumb, and blind. I mean, yeah, spread the word. What you mean? Go motivate your others. Go inspire people to become the best version of themselves so you can live in a community full of the best version of people. That's just an intelligent thing to do. You should be a motivational speaker too. Why aren't you motivating anybody that you're speaking to? Y'all got to understand what's going on. Why are you speaking to people if your speech is not motivating to the listeners? You lame. Making people listen to you and then you making it harder for them to enjoy life listening to you. That's crazy work. I guess you found some type of value in being a degenerator in your community. But we are regenerators. This is regenerative. Somebody says, are we all Jesus? Yes, we are all the sons of God. God is our Father. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. That means all our name is the same. Thy kingdom comes on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. You understand that? Forgive us as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not, lead no one into temporary mortal lifestyle, life thinking. Lead us not into temporary thinking. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from retarded, soulless NPCs trying to criticize me. It's facts. I said, I am amazing. Drew said, I am the son of God, for I am in his image. That is correct. That is common sense, all right? That checks out. Boom. What else you got? If I ruled the world. Imagine that. My boy, can I type or no? Somebody says, I ain't worried about it. Man, I appreciate that love, Miss Janet. I appreciate that love. What up, though? My boy said, God doesn't have... Man, listen, God has everything that is, all right? It just is what it is. And shout out to Christ Enlightenment says, you are inspiring. I work out every day now. That's love. Glory be to God, man. And glory, you know what I'm saying? Be to those who allow God to exercise his will through their life, man, as a vessel and as a servant to the will of God. That's love. I appreciate you sharing that love with me. I appreciate you sharing that testimony with me. You know what I'm saying? That's inspiration. When that inspiration meets expiration, we need respiration, our respiratory system. Facts. Somebody says, bro, you are very dangerous, boy. You are very dangerous, boy. I guess. Whatever that means, you feel me? To each his own, you feel me? Like, I ain't doing no tripping. Everybody got their own opinion. Facts. Y'all put some love on the live, man. Y'all subscribe. We outside. Facts. We are the sons of God. Merry Christmas. Merry Christ+Mass. Merry Christ. Y'all gotta marry Christ in your life, all right? Marrying Christ is something you gotta do. It's something that has to be done. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, man. Marry Christ, family. If y'all not marrying Christ, why y'all saying Merry Christ+Mass then? That's facts. Jeffrey said, I am the Christ mind, yesterday, today, and forever. That is eternal. Shout out to eternity, and shout out to everybody that let go of time and learn to respect eternity. That's facts, man. Somebody says, I think you're in Houston like me. Yes, I am a Houstonian. A Houston for all time. Houston eons. All right, factual. I am definitely the capstone, my boy. I am the stone that the builder refused. Facts. Merry Christ+Mass. Yup, marry Christ. M-A-R-R-Y, marry. You got to marry Christ. You got to become betrothed. But what they call it, betrothed. Betrothed, some shit like that. Yeah. You have to actually become wedded to Christ. Holy matrimony with Christ. You have to marry Christ. Be the bride. You feel me? Style type, bro. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Stop playing with me. God is real. Play with God if you want to. All right? Even Jacob became Israel. That's fine. Play with God if you want to. You're going to get that pressure. Going to turn your rock into a diamond. Facts. Going to turn your stone into a crystal. Facts. Somebody said Christmas is a tradition for the love of Jesus. I also hope and pray Jesus is okay. What? And Jesus Christ was our Savior and still is today. What? What in the confusion was that paragraph? All right. Christ is the consciousness inside of you when you shine a light. Eureka. Be the Christ. The mind that can see. Marry Christ. All right. Be as merry as you can be. Y'all got to marry Christ. You got to get married to Christ and live the rest of your life with Christ. That's all. Live the rest of your life with Christ. Somebody says, what do you mean? When you marry something, you become one with it. Marry Christ means become one with Christ. So when you marry Christ, you become Christ in your life. Marry Christ. All right? Merry Christmas. That's what you all have to do. It's a reminder of a thing to do. And y'all just want to be celebrating. Y'all just want to be buying stuff. It's not, we spending time with the family. It's more than that. You need to actually do the do, my guy. Somebody says, I only fear God. Nobody's interested in what you fear. Only cowards fear. We don't fear anything at all. But, fearing God is the beginning of wisdom. So you at the beginning. We already graduated. So, you elementary right now, my boy. Somebody says, but that's not what everyone says. Some people have different opinions. We don't care about people's opinions, my boy. All right. All we care about is the eternal truth. Irrevocable. It doesn't matter what your opinion is. Opinions don't change absolute truth. Facts. We fear nothing. And then God is nothing. So we fear God. It all comes out to be the same. We don't care. All right. It is what it is. Let it do what it do. All right. We live in our life 100%. Somebody says, if we ignore people committing vile sins, are we doing bad? Like if someone is stealing and we see, isn't that evil from our side? No. First of all, it's called mind business. Second of all, it's called report it. All right. That's the best you got. Jot it down. Note it. Duly noted. What you gonna do? Be a vigilante? What you gonna jump out there and try to make a citizen's arrest? What you gonna put your life on the line? What you gonna die? You see somebody trying to steal something, you gonna go over there and try to stop them and lose your life? And then you wanna what? You want people to applaud you and clap for you and celebrate you in your death? Family, relax. Give it to God. Somebody said, God is nothing. Yes, God is absolutely nothing, and nothing is all things. Everything is nothing, and nothing is everything. That is correct. That's why it don't matter. That's why you good. That's why you straight. You straight. Somebody says, yep, nothing. God don't exist. Family, you don't exist. I don't know why you think you better than God. You don't exist no more, no less than God, my boy. We are all expressions of God. That's over with. Somebody said, hey, the True Nation Israelite Congregation mentioned you on their page. It wasn't anything bad. Keep up the good work. What they mentioning me for? I don't know them. They don't know me. I ain't never had a conversation with nobody in no group. I can't even talk to a group. Every time you try to talk to a group, you talk to an individual. Facts. Then the individual try to speak on behalf of the group. Man, that don't go. So what? Somebody say, if God don't exist, you don't exist either. They know they don't exist. They dead in the motherfucker. Dead ass nigga. Ain't nobody care about that guy in his real life. In his personal life, nobody cares about that guy's existence. That's how he know he don't exist. He begging for validation in the chat right now. Trying to get some type of something to say that he does exist. He don't exist. You like, God doesn't exist. Shut your weirdo ass up. You trying to get somebody to exist with you. Somebody said, why we cussing? Because we are exercising free will and don't nobody control the way that we exercise our free speech. This is America, sir. We have the First Amendment right to say whatever we feel like. That's facts. We don't bow down for none of you weak, weird-ass niggas. Nigga, we don't sell our soul for the prospect of no motherfucking money. Nigga, you thought that I was going to watch my mouth and so I can get a sponsor or some goofy shit? Nigga, I don't give a fuck about none of y'all or your money. Facts. Don't need you. Never count on no man, faith in no man ever in life, my guy. If you rock with me, rock with me. If you don't rock, that's why you're not a rocket. This the Houston Rockets, all right? You ain't a part of the rocket ships. You can't get outside of time and space like this. You didn't come equipped. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Stop it. Got too much chip on your dip, my boy. Shovel it. Facts. Faith in no man at all ever. You hear me? Talking about why we cussing. Nigga, because you don't control me. You can't guilt trip me. None of your narcissistic tricks gonna try to control like cat got your tongue. I don't give a shit, nigga. Fuck. Fuck all y'all. Fuck is you talking about? That's rule number 1. Put no other God before me. And nigga, how the fuck you thought I was gonna break rule number uno? Numero uno. The first commandment means do not give a fuck about what none of these niggas talk about. Off the rip. Duh. How I'm gonna get to the rest of the commandments if I break the first of the 10 commandments? Somebody say, is it true everything in life is a fight? Not when you get to the 7th chakra, not when you get to the 7th day. If you keep the Sabbath holy, you never have to fight another day in your life. You gotta fight all the way up until you figure out how to keep the Sabbath holy. If you keep the Sabbath holy, nigga, the Sabbath is rest. If you keep your rest holy, you just live retired. I live on retirement. Somebody says, how do we keep the Sabbath holy, man? Stop stressing over human concerns, over human opinions. Stay rested. Yeah, stay rested spiritually. Stay rested mentally. Stay in love, God's love. Stop giving a damn. Say, fuck the world, first and foremost. Somebody says, you're not God. Boy, if you don't know who I am, you don't deserve to have a conversation with me. You shouldn't even be trying to talk to strangers, family. That's weird. Stranger danger. Keep your weird ass away from me. I'm not trying to engage in a conversation with no nigga that don't know who I am. I'm talking about, you're not God. Boy, you're weird for even trying to have a conversation with me. Stop trying to talk to me. Nigga don't even want to talk to you. You trying to talk to me. You the weirdest nigga in the situation. Man, shout out to sometimes the pretty Fade said, that's the best way I've heard that put. Man, that's love, man. I ain't gonna lie. God over everything. You feel me? Facts. Pick the world up and drop it on they fucking heads. Fact, man, hell yeah. Spark, you feel me? Stranger danger up in here talking about, you're not God, bitch. Get out of my life. Stay out of my life. Nigga not trying, don't have to have these bots in my life. They over here, oh yeah, I'm gonna come into your life and tell you who you are. I'm gonna come into your life with my opinion and make you accept my opinion, or I'm gonna shut your ass up is what you gonna do. The fuck out of here. Somebody says, bro, stop talking like that. Don't tell me what to do. You don't get to control me, family. So stop using the type of language that sounds like you think you can tell me what to do. Somebody says, no one here is God. Nigga, if none of y'all are God, then fuck all you niggas. I don't fuck with you. What is wrong with you? You can't come in here and control me. You can't make me like you, nigga. You can't make me spend time with you. You can't make me accept you, nigga. You weak, you weird, you a bitch, and I would never hang out with you ever in any lifetime. Ain't a single lifetime in the parallel universes that I would spend with you or anybody that think like you, nigga. So stop talking to me. I don't value you. I don't value your opinion. I don't value your point of view. Cut it out. Somebody says, well, you can't control me. I'm not controlling you. You're controlling yourself. Use your free will to leave my presence. There's no point in you trying to force your conversation on me. You're a rapist at this point, family. I'm telling you, no means no. No, I don't want to engage with you. No, I don't want to be a part of your conversation. And no, you don't have to be here. You are free. Leave. You don't like what I'm on, don't be on what I'm on. Get out. Nigga, it's just easy work, bro. No, it's easy work, bro. Facts, you already know that. You know KO God gonna knock him out in all dimensions. I ain't missing. Shovel with. I ain't doing no missing. Punching on something. What up, though, Sky? King Zev said, spit some bars, man. I know you got them. Let me see if I get the computer going, the little laptop going. If I ruled the world. Imagine that. Man, you already know that God citizen, but we already transcended all trolls. Trolls weird. We already moving into 2026. I don't even understand how they so lame outside of the fact that they don't have a happy household. They don't come from a loving mother and a loving father. They come from a baby mama. They come from a baby daddy. And they don't know how to love. They don't know how to love themselves. They don't know God.
You haven't listened.
They don't know our Father in heaven. The final word, trolls. Those lost souls that don't have goals, that don't know how to turn lead into gold, don't know how to shine, don't know how to access their higher mind. Yeah, those trolls are the souls that feel like they running out of time, so they trying to steal a lot of mine. And what you talking? You don't understand.